Hi, everybody. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean. And I'm here today to guide you through a nice little Yin Yoga snack break. So, we're going to take a shorter Yin Yoga class than usual, and we're going to get started on the floor in child's pose. I'm going to meet you there in just a second, as soon as I make sure everything's streaming. Great. Great, great, great. All right, so we're just going to do a slightly shorter class because I know that we don't always have time for a 45-minute yoga class, and that's totally okay. Let's get right into it. Have your blocks. I've got a strap nearby. Maybe we'll use some of it, maybe we'll use none of it. But I always feel like it's easier to relax if you just have props nearby rather than wish you did. As you slide into your child's pose, start to really evaluate how you're feeling today because today's different than every other day. It's a new day. Since your fingers might be all the way stretched out in front of you, start with them. How can you relax a little bit more? Maybe taking a generous bend to your elbows or even bringing your elbows closer to your knees. Or if it feels good, stretching your fingers all the way back to your heels. Using your inhale to notice how your body feels. Use your exhale to create a little bit more space, to let go of any thoughts that just aren't serving you today, to release any tension through your exhale. So if you notice a tight spot in your body, envision your breath creating a little extra space around it. And then as you exhale, it just stays there and you feel better. Throughout this little mini practice, if you find that your thoughts do start to go elsewhere, so normal, especially if you're tuning in early in the day, but do your best to focus right now on this breath, on the length and the quality and the depth of this inhale, on the fullness of your lungs, and then working to get all of the stale air out on each exhale. So you're breathing in new air, new life, beginnings. Such good opportunity. Let's spend one more minute here in our child's pose. Bring your hands, palms, under your shoulders, maybe taking a little wiggle of them to help bring the blood flow back after this delightful long hold. And then press yourself up into tabletop. Walk your knees in so that they're underneath of your hips and open your fingers really nice and wide. Find some stretching between the webbing of your fingers so they're like starfish. While you're in this neutral tabletop, draw your belly button towards your spine so you're pulling in from the center line and really relax the tops of your feet on the floor as much as possible. So take a moment to even press the baby pinky toe into the floor. And from there, start some cat cows. Find the motion with your hips first. So a little tucking of the pelvis and exploring how much rounding you would like to bring to your back today. And as you're ready, bringing it in the opposite direction, pulling your chest forward to your triceps while finding that big shift of your hips. Can you create a stretch on your throat by stretching through your chin? Think about even pulling your chin in as much as possible to your chest in the opposite direction. All right, 1 minute left right here for you to find any cat cow at the pace that's right for you. Maybe you're even making some circles with your hips or more shaking of your cat or cow's tail, left or right. Exploring the idea of looking over your shoulder. Hopefully you have your blocks nearby and let's use them next. So one block on each side of the mat. You're going to stand them up a little tall. Pull your belly in, lift yourself up onto your knees. Great. Keep your left foot, left leg where it is. We're going to bring the right leg forward. Maybe you're staying right here at this 90 degree stretch. Or if you want to, you can always go into a little bit of a deeper hip opener. Even here in this 90 degree stretch with my right heel under my right knee while pressing left knee down into the floor, getting such a big stretch into the left hip opener. Feel it in the left glute. You can relax your hands right here on your thighs. Or if it feels better and you want to take that hinge forward, you're welcome to take the hinge forward. Then you might even actually have to step your leg forward. All right, let's enjoy a couple more breaths right here. Next, we're going to extend that right foot forward. So walk or wiggle your right leg forward. Right heel comes to the floor. Flex your toes back towards your face. Even think about gently shifting your right hip back, but squeeze your inner thighs in towards each other. You can stay lifted right here while trying to flex your pinky toes back to your face. Or if you want to hinge forward and use your blocks, they're absolutely there. We've got just about 30 seconds left right here. Find that one spot, focus your eyes. It's going to help with your balance. On your next exhale, bring your right foot back down to the floor. Let's shift forward one more time. This time, walk your right foot more towards the outside of the mat. You can roll a little onto your baby pinky toe. Definitely using the blocks because, especially early, the floor feels really far away. Just find some stillness right here. Go ahead, bring the sole of the right foot back to the floor. You can bring your right hand to the outside of your leg. Start to walk yourself back in. Right knee comes in line with left. Both hands come back down towards the floor. Give yourself another couple of cat cows. Maybe just shake it out a little bit. Take your time with your breath. Notice any changes you might feel after already getting a nice hip opener. And then let's begin to set ourselves up so we can do the same delightful stretches on the opposite side. So walk your hands in, lift yourself up, and this time bring your left foot forward. I'm just starting with my left heel in line underneath of my knees. So two 90 degree angles, and then a gentle draw back of that left hip to try and get it in line with my right. Because a lot of times when you step your foot forward, you kind of open yourself up to the side. So squeeze everything in to find that centering. Push your back knee down into the floor. Little squeeze of that back glute. However you want to enjoy this minute. All right, we're going to create that hamstring stretch. So start to walk, wiggle your left toes forward. If you can, planting left heel on the floor and starting to flex all five of your toes to your face, not just your big toe. Can you get your pinky toe in that line as well? You can stay lifted, you can hinge forward, find your breath. So normal if one side is a little or a lot more challenging than the other. Great. Bring the sole of the foot back down towards the floor. Start to shift your weight forward. Bring your hands to the inside of your left leg. Feel free to use those blocks if the floor feels really far away and rolling onto your baby toe a little bit more. A little extra stretch into your groin while still getting that great big stretch into your right hip flexor as well. Bring the left foot back down to the floor. Bring your hand to the outside of it. Shift some weight into your right leg. Take your time, walk, wiggle, however you need to get your left leg back in line with your right. Move your blocks out of your way. And let's go ahead, lay all the way down onto the floor. With your hands, palms right by your chest. Take a minute to roll your shoulders up, down, and back. Squeeze your legs together. Press the tops of the feet down into the floor. Elbows stretch down towards your hips. Inhale, come up into a nice little mini baby cobra. And on your exhale, you can release yourself gently down. Just using this as a bit of a warm up. Let's do two more. So inhale, look up with your eyes. It's going to help you find that, lifting your spine. Elbows stretch towards your hips. Exhale, gently roll down. One more time. Inhale. Lift yourself up. Lift your eyes up. chin up, get that stretch in your throat, elbows stretch back, and exhale. Release all the way down to the mat. Make a pillow with your hands. Place your forehead on that pillow. And just breathe right here. Maybe your toes touching your heels, gently fall open. Awesome. Now go ahead, stretch your arms all the way out to the side. Right hand, left hand in line with your shoulders. You might need to pull your left hand in a little bit to help support you. Let's bend the left leg, and we're going to cross it over the right side of the body. Right temple can come down to the floor. Maybe you're going for a real gentle cross with your toe closer towards your ankle. Maybe you can bring your toe in line with your hip. Maybe you can try and touch your toe all the way towards your hand. Take about 3 breaths here. Relax as much as possible, too. Create a little extra space of your hips away from the shoulders. Find the stretch that feels good at the depth that feels right. Maybe you're even gently starting to stretch your knee towards the bottom of the mat, the corner of the room. And then on your next exhale, let's gently come on out. Roll all the way onto your belly. Take your time. There's no rush. Extend your left arm out a little bit more. Apply some pressure into your right hand to help you roll over and tap your right toe somewhere on the left side of your body. Relax your upper body to the mat. And it doesn't have to look the same on this side as it did on the other. Your toe does not have to tap up quite as high. One more breath to relax and create length and enjoy this delightful stretch. And on your next exhale, roll onto your belly once again. Let's press ourselves up and come onto our glutes. Go ahead, open your legs nice and wide. Let's get a little bit of dragonfly here. So legs open as wide as feels good for you today. Take a moment before we really settle into the posture to windshield wipe your feet. But as you windshield wipe your feet, think about the motion coming all the way from your hips. And also enjoy the sounds of Fred, the recycler. Okay, so feet are just gently windshield wiping in and out. Find a spot that feels best for you. Maybe you're gently encouraging a stretch or just letting your feet be where they want to today and create some stillness. Hands can be behind you, hands can be in front of you. If the floor feels far away, bring a block to the party. Really find the grounding through your sit bones. And if you want to create any sort of a forward fold, you can. Just make sure your sit bones stay on the ground. Awesome. Go ahead, swing your legs together. Let's lay down on our backs. Last asana for both sides before Savasana. It's going to be a quick little spine twist. And you have some big choices for your spine twist today. If you want to just allow your knees to stay together and roll to the side for a traditional spine twist, go for it. If you want something a little bit different, a little more into the hips, as we've given some love to today, open your feet really nice and wide. And from there, allow your legs to drop to the side. So you can get a bit more of a stretch towards the exterior glute, maybe even a little more into the groin. And if you want even more, I have my knees dropped over to the right. So I can bring my right ankle on top of my left thigh for a little extra touch. If you crossed your ankle over your outer thigh, go ahead, uncross, carefully send your knees up towards the ceiling. You might even need to press into the soles of your feet and just realign your back for a moment. And then knees come over to the opposite side. Option to the explore the idea of crossing your ankle over your thigh. And just because you do it on one side doesn't mean you need to do it on both. Awesome. Carefully untwist, knees back up towards the ceiling. Realign your spine. Extend your legs nice and long. Heels touch, toes come together. Arms down by your side, palms facing up towards the ceiling. If you want to make any adjustments in your savasana, go for it. It's your savasana. Let's spend 2 minutes right here, right now, enjoying our stillness and silence. Awesome. We'll close our practice out from here on the floor in Savasana today, as I encourage you to just stay here as long as possible. as feels good and as you want. But till we are together again, please continue to think good thoughts, speak good words, eat good foods, do good deeds, and take this time for yourself to fill your personal cup. If nobody's told you today, you're special. And please know that the light within me honors, sees, and is so thankful for the light within all of you. So keep shining. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed this yoga snack break. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Namaste.